Okay, back to work. By myself again. Alright, put the new O-rings here on the plugs. Got our light duty spring here, goes on our check ball. Put the heavy duty spring here on the pressure side. Where's my tappet screen at? Okay, there's your tappet screen right here. That goes up in the front hole. Threads don't feel very good. Might be a little bit of a mismatch. Yeah. We have a mismatch in threads here, so that one's not going to work. That goes in a junk pile. So we'll grab out the new one that came in the case. See if that one fits better. Alright, that one fits. Okay. Let's see here. Here we use our impact driver here. Alright, that's all done now. Well, the oil pump part's done. It's just a matter now of putting the lifter blocks together. So we got our new screws here. Pull back a little bit. There's our new 1/4 screws. And there's our lifter blocks right over here. Scrape the gaskets off of here a little bit. Okay, we got our format gaskets here. So they just slide on with no sealer on them. We got these Sifton style lifters here. These are they take Evo style push rods. So take real long push rods. So all you do is lubricate these and stick them together. So what I do is I lubricate them here on the rollers. You want to make sure you get oil down inside the roller themselves in here. You don't want to have these start up dry, they'll burn them up. So I just go ahead and pre-lube these all. So I get them from both sides, that way everything is lubed good. So these will definitely burn out if you don't pre-lube this stuff. You can also put them in a bucket of motor oil or something, cup of oil, and let the oil soak in there if you want, but that just makes a big mess in my opinion. Now this one here is dragging on something right here. I'm not sure what that's all about. My guess it's hitting on the inside the case over there. There shouldn't be anything else to hit. So one more thing I got to check. So I go ahead and put some oil inside the blocks. Watch out for the sharp edges here, they're pretty sharp. Where's the one with the ground on? I just twist these a little bit as I put them in to lubricate the block, the lifter to go in the block. And that's pretty damn tight. The stuff all came out of here, but it ain't going back together very well. Stick it over in the other hole, it works good. Let's try this other one on this side. Works good. And still a little snug even in that one. Yeah. Fits good in this hole, so it's going to go in that one. Thing likes to fight me. As usual, these easy jobs are not easy. Definitely a sharp edge in that one. There goes that hole. All right. Here we just flip them in there real quick so they don't fall down. If you do them slow, they'll drop inside the motor. You get to pull them out. Do it again. So just drop them in real quick. You simply leave holes in. Alright, go clean my fingers off here. Alright, got my fingers cleaned up so I can handle hardware. So now it's just a matter of screwing these screws in here. Hopefully they all fit together. I spoke too soon. That one went hard. Okay, now after they're in here, I go ahead and wiggle the block back and forth, and I kind of tighten it right in the middle. So you travel, and that's where I tighten it up at. Go into the next one here. Same deal, wiggle around a little bit. A lot of play in this one. Stick it right there. Now if you don't send these up, the roller will not track correctly on the cam and it can burn up the roller and the cam both. That's why you gotta do it. Okay, I'm just gonna spin it through and make sure everything works like it's supposed to. Alright. Go ahead and tighten these down. Go back and retorque them again. Give them full torque this time. Alright, let's go ahead and spin it around. Make sure everything's still nice and free. Just making sure that one lifter is grinding, I'm not hitting on anything, so just making sure I don't feel anything kind of weird in there. Everything feels good. So that's where we're at for now. So we got all this in here now. I gotta figure out what oil lines we're gonna do. We got a bunch of stainless lines on here. I gotta see if it's gonna stay with that or go to rubber. This is drilled for an oil filter, but we're not gonna be using that. That's for Evo motor. I still gotta get the ignition here and time that, but I'll do that after I put it in the bike. So the next thing to do, we gotta put the top end up on this thing and get it finished up. And we gotta put the alternator and all that over here. And I gotta put a drain plug in this thing yet too. There's a timing hole plug right there. And I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about the breather down here. There's two different breather holes in this motor. So we gotta see what we're gonna do for breather lines down in here. So that's what these two here are for, these plugs. So one is I'll be plugging, the other I'll be putting a breather in it. And this here is where the idiot light goes on this motor. It's like an Evo. Or just, no, this, excuse me, that's not the idiot light. I'm an idiot. That's where the top end feed to Shovelhead is at. The idiot light goes down here in the oil pump. Working on too many late model motors. So anyway, for now, this one's at a stopping point, and we'll finish this up the next day or so.